Hey everyone, I'm Teamfight Tonka. I'm a Set 3 Master player, and I've got about 40 games on the PBE for Set 4. So as you know, Set 4 goes live very soon, so I want to give you a brief overview of what the Chosen mechanic is and how to best utilize it as a new player. Also with the XP changes, I also want to show you a very easy and reliable level structure to hit 7 every single game, and it's helped me top 4 almost every lobby I played. I'll link the screenshot below, but if you want the breakdown, then stick around and we'll go over everything. What a quality title card. Okay, so a quick rundown on the new mechanic in Fates, which is called the Chosen mechanic. So basically, it is a chance to get a 2-star unit from the shop, and that 2-star unit will have a double synergy and boosted stats. So by boosted stats, I mean if you get a Chosen Garen in the shop, then it's going to automatically be stronger than a standard 2-star Garen in an equal matchup. Something to note is you can only have one Chosen at a time. So as soon as you buy that Chosen, there is no chance to get another Chosen until you sell the Chosen. So you can only be going for one at a time. And then certain synergies require specific Chosen traits to hit. So, for example, Adept 4 is a synergy that can't be hit with a spatula because you can't make an Adept unit. And in order to hit that 4 synergy, you need to have one of the other 3 Adept champions get rolling as a chosen unit and then take that. So I think the biggest takeaway I want to get through on this video is to not get locked into the first chosen that you get. There are some chosen that you'll keep, like if you get an early warlord and you want to skyrocket to warlord 9, then yeah, you keep that Nidalee or Garen chosen. Um, but for a lot of the time, you're going to be using different chosen units for a fixed portion of the game until you get later in the game, which is why I made this video. So, for example, if you're between levels 1 and 4, there's no chance of a 3-cost unit. You can actually see this right above my head here. Uh, so between levels 1 and 4, you can feel free to take those 1 or 2-star chosen units if they'll help you keep a win streak. But then as soon as you hit 5, that would be a break point where if it's a safe transition, you want to get rid of your low chosen and hope that you can start hitting a higher one. I generally won't do this. It does depend though. The breakpoint that I personally will look for to sell my early chosen is level 7, which is why I made this guide. So the reason I've done that is if you look at this chart, level 7 is the first time that you can hit a 4-cost chosen. And not only that, but it's the first time where you've got a 70% chance that the next chosen you get will be either 3-cost or higher. There's been a lot of games where I will just keep a 3-cost chosen, especially around this level. You're sort of starting to lock in your comp and you know what you're going for. Um, I will point out that level 9 is the first time you can start to get 5-cost chosen. Level 9 is incredibly hard to get to unless you're high rolling out of your mind and you win streak nonstop. I don't think this should ever be something that you plan to go to when you start your game. So that's why my guide is going to focus on getting you to level 7 safely, hopefully getting you a high chance to find that 3 or 4 cost unit, and then getting to 8 and sort of figuring out how you want to play from there. Okay, so why do I focus on rushing 7 as fast as I can? So aside from the chosen mechanic above, there are a couple things. So I am no mathematician, but if you've ever played any other set and you realize that you are out leveling everyone else, when you hit those level breakpoints where there's finally a chance to get 3 costs or finally a chance to get 4 costs, if you're the only person doing pulls from that level pool, you seem to have a much higher chance to pull those units. I don't know if it's because no one else can get those pulls, but if I'm the first one to 7, I almost always hit a 5 cost, even though there's a 1% chance. That is strictly anecdotal. That may not actually be a real thing, but that's just from my experience. The other thing is this is a brand new set. Even though a lot of us are playing on the PBE, there are a significantly higher amount of people who will be playing this for the first time. And as with every set, playing crazy aggro generally gets you a top 4, even if you're doing stupid things to get there, because people don't know what the champions do. They don't really know what the item combinations are yet. So just having extra units on the board, whether you know what to do with them or not, is usually a safe bet to top 4. Okay, so let's go over the actual leveling guide and why I've chosen to do it this way. So the easiest way to read this chart is to know that you should be that level on that wave. So whether you want to wait until a combat's done or before combat, all it means is, for example, on 3-2, uh, before you hit 3-3, you want to make sure that you are level 6. And that's the entire way to read the chart. The one exception is on 2-3. You'll do the pre-level pull where you'll set yourself to 8 out of 10 experience so that you naturally hit 5 after the second carousel. Okay, so the reason I've set up the leveling guide like this is to get you to 7 fast and reliably while also being pretty safe with econ points. So if you follow this, if you level up to 5 on 2-5, then by the time you hit 6 on 3-2, you should be at 8 out of 20 experience, which is an interval we want to level on because it is divisible by 4. It'll take you 12 gold to level up here. So this is a bit faster than in set 3, where usually you'd look to level up on 3-5 to 6 if you hadn't already, or you'd only do this if you were win streaking. For this guide, it's good to note that win streaking is obviously the best choice, but I will always follow this very strictly, especially in these first couple patches while everyone is new and they're still sort of scattering around. This will give you an incredible aggro tempo for most of your games. So if you follow this guide, you will hit level 7, or by the time you get to 3-7 here, you should be at 8 out of 36 experience, another interval that we're looking for, and it'll cost you 28 gold to level up to 7. So that is a good chunk of gold, which is why I've put this yellow sort of warning symbol around it. You're going to have to gauge for yourself whether you can level here safely or whether you need to wait 2 more rounds and do it on 4-2. Again, a big point of this is to get access to those chosen units early. But also you have to keep in mind that a chosen 4 cost unit will cost you 12 gold. So if you don't at least have 10 gold after you level up to 7 here, you probably shouldn't do it. That said, between 7 and 8, you have a good 5 rounds to sort of stabilize, roll down if you have to. But the goal between 7 and 8 is exactly that. So you want to make sure that you're able to find the units that you need, figure out what chosen you're going to go. You're going to start solidifying your comp here, and then finding out the earliest possible time you can hit level 8. Generally, so I put a yellow marker here. You don't really want to hit 8 before this. This would be the earliest you hit it, but anytime after this point, you can start going for 8 safely. I've put level 9 here just so you know it exists. I frequently do not hit 9. This is probably even too early for me personally, but you can see exactly when you can hit 9 or if it's even something you want to go for. So that is my guide and reasoning for why you want to hit level 7 as fast as possible and a safe way to do so. If you like this content, please give me a like, subscribe, all that good YouTube shit. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/teamfighttonka. We have a Discord, we have all that good stuff. Feel free to pop by and let me know what videos you like. I'll be trying to put out videos at least once a week. Good luck in your climb.